Computer. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. It is March 9th. I was like, what is today? So I hope you all are having a wonderful week. It's Erin and Jess here, ready to kind of talk to you all about how to really get some clients and kind of figure out who you're talking to and who you're speaking to. So Jess first has a few updates just on like the Beachbody, side of things, some back office updates. So she's going to share those with you quick, and then we will get into the bulk of everything.
Woohoo! Do you like my picture? Because it's Throwback Thursday. I just thought of that. Yes. My video won't work, so you get a look at my hair and a flag. So, some updates. Exciting freaking news. Now, every time you sell a Shakeology HD, just Shakeology by itself, so home direct means that, the discounted way, the only way that should be selling Shakeology, you get 2 points instead of 1. Woo-woo.
Nice.
Also, so that's big. It used to be 1 point, and so now you can help 3 people with only Shakeology, not even a challenge pack, and get your Success Club points and help 3 people. But still, obviously, I am promoting the best deal ever, which is the annual all access challenge pack. So they had said, oh, it's over in February, but the only thing that's over is the fact that you would get 3 points for selling the challenge pack. You just get 2, but there was still an annual all access Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology with the containers that is $199. Nice. And I think that was all for this week.
Cool. Yay. All right. So we want to talk to you all. So basically, like every time Jess and I come up with ideas, like what should we talk about? We're like, let's just keep sharing stuff that we wish we would have done from the beginning, because that's kind of what has worked best for us. It's like messing up a million times and then teaching you all how to basically not do what we did in the beginning and do what we do now, because that seems to work a lot better. So that's where we kind of always get our ideas from. And today what we want to share with you all is kind of figuring out who you guys want to help, as is also known as kind of your avatar and different things like that. We've touched on this a bit before, but we really want to give you guys more action steps today to dive into it and start creating what is often called your hook or your sign outside of your door. And so I'll kind of break all those down. We'll go into things. We'll kind of talk about really how to get into the nitty gritty of everything. So we will jump right in. The first thing that I think Jess and I both have realized along the way is we really at first really wanted to help everyone. We'd help people that were 75 years old to, people that were 17. And so while it's good to help everyone, you can really reach more people when you narrow down who you want to talk to. So it's kind of like if you try to help everyone, you try to help no one, because you make your content, you make everything very bland and very vanilla and just, it's trying to reach too many people. So this is going to make your content easier when you're trying to figure out what to post every day, because I know that's a big thing when you rack your brain. So as you figure out who you want to talk to, who you're really trying to help, this will help you a lot in that area. So the first thing when you're trying to figure out who you want to help is figure out what is their pain points? What's their pleasure points? Who is this person? And a lot of the times it's probably the old version of you. And we get stuck a lot thinking I need to be really far ahead, or I need to have all this extra knowledge, when really you just need to be one step in front of the person that you're trying to help. And so what we want you all to do is take out a sheet of paper and come up with a name for your ideal client or the person that you're trying to help. And so from there, after you make a sheet of paper, or you can make a cute little, board on Canva or something like that, write down who this person is. Write down their likes, their dislikes, what they like to do for fun, qualities, maybe characteristics of who they are. Are they a mom? Are they a student? Are they a young professional? Are they just out of college? Write down all of these things and qualities of who makes this person. And then after that, start to think about what are their pain and pleasure points. And so when we talk about pain and pleasure points, you're thinking about why are they stuck? Why do they struggle with health and fitness? Where do they want to go? What's the end result? If they could have everything in their favor, where would they be? And so you want to just really get to know this person that you're talking to inside out. Because when you post your content, when you make videos and you do all of this stuff, you don't want to just talk to the masses. You want to talk to this person. And a lot of times we're talking to the old version of ourselves, and that can make it really easy for us to make content, because when you're just like, man, I'm just giving advice to this person who was me, a year ago or 2 months ago or even a week ago, and you have this newfound knowledge, you're going to feel a lot more in tune with what you're posting, and content is going to come a lot easier to you. So start writing down all of those things. Think about who this person is, what they struggle with, what they enjoy, all their different characteristics. Then after you kind of get a good idea of who that person is, talk to that person out loud, on video, whatever it is, every day. And really just, like we said, dive into who they are and get to know them. Because the more you get to know them, the more you feel comfortable them, give them a name, the better you're going to feel. So then, like we said, you want to kind of, I know this is probably backwards, but you want to think about who this person is, and you're going to kind of come up with a sign outside of your door. This is how you're going to get people basically into your business, into challenge groups, into whatever you are running through kind of this cycle. And so your avatar is what we were talking about with the person with the name. That is your ideal client. That's the person that you want to help. And if you're having some fears of like, oh gosh, if I narrow it down, like what about all the other people? You will help more people the more specific that you get into that. I know that was a big fear for both of us when we started to do this, but we promise you will help more people as you narrow it down, because you're going to create better content. So when you're thinking of this, you want to write down this formula, and I know we're going to get a little mathy here, but you want to write down this formula, which is I help X, which is your avatar, that person, whoever it is, and then you're going to think of their pain points. So what are you helping them from? And I'll give you an example. Mine is I help young professionals ditch the dine-out diet. That is a pain point. I know that my ideal client, my avatar, likes to grab a lot of food on the go a lot, or they like to eat out, or they go to the office lunches. And so I help young professionals ditch the dine-out diet. And then you're thinking of so they can blank to their end result. So just to give you kind of a breakdown of mine, help young professionals ditch the dine-out diet so they can get fit without compromising their social life. Because the people that I want to help, they want to be fit and healthy, but they don't want to compromise their social life. That's just who I work with a lot of the times, whether it's Beachbody or personal training or whatever it might be. And so I know that person inside and out, because that used to be me, especially in grad school and when I was working full-time in student affairs. I didn't want to lose my social life. I still wanted to have fun, but I wanted to be fit and healthy and be able to do all that stuff. So you want to dive in very specific with this. It can take some time. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time that you do it, but start thinking about what is their pain point and what is the end result that you are trying to get them to. Because it's got to be a little bit more deep than I help people get healthy and fit, because everybody in the world gets people healthy and fit. So what's the underlying reason? What do you really want to do? Another one is like I help stay-at-home moms burn the baby weight so they can feel feel good in their jeans again, whatever it is. Like you're trying to think of how you're getting them from blank to blank. And so that's another way to do this, is from X to X. So from post-baby or from burning the post-baby weight to fresh new mom. I don't know, whatever it is. I can't really think of ones for moms because I'm not a mom, so that one struggles for me. But you can always do that I help blank, go to blank, or you can have the from X to X. That's kind of how you want to phrase what you do. And from there, posting all of your content around what that person struggles with. You want to hit their pain points, and you want to hit the things that they're going to feel really good about. And so this helps you with creating titles. This helps you with creating content because they're going to listen to you more when you are actually talking to them. So get deeper than surface level when you're doing this, and keep asking yourself the how and the why, which I know is what Jess wanted to talk about. So I will let her take it on now. Are you still there, Jess?
Yes, sorry, I couldn't unmute. Hi, it's me in my back. Okay, so those were some awesome examples of niches. I'm still in the process of working on mine, so I don't want you to feel like you have to be able to get that in a second. And I also want you to know that when you get it to 90%, that's the magic number. So it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, because you know what? It's not going to be perfect, and it never will be. So just get to 90%. Erin and I are here to help you with that. And like I said, I'm still on my journey with figuring out my niche as well. I unintentionally have gotten a lot more customers or clients or whatever you want to call, because I was going through a hard time, and what helped me was posting motivational things. So I knew, hey, if I can make a difference in someone else's life as well as mine at once, this is awesome. So I would post that, and then people would reach out to me because they associated me with fitness already, because I was putting both in my post. So I know I want to do something with losing college weight, because that's what happened to me. Is I went to college, I was never I've never been like a tiny little thing like my whole life. I've always just been, fine. But when I went to college, I gained about 15 pounds or so plus, and then grad school was even worse. And so my main inspirational story of weight loss is losing weight for my wedding and then after getting married, which I'm onto something there, because a lot of people when they get married, I hear gain the marriage weight. See, there's so many options, and that's why you have to narrow it down. So as I, just talking it out, and it's fun to talk with each other about that. So I'd love to set up calls with people if anyone wants to kind of go through their niche. So I want you to keep thinking, but why? Okay. So let's say my niche is I help busy young professionals lose the college weight. Why? Why did they want to lose the college weight? What will that give them besides, what's that going to give them? Is it going to give them confidence? Is it going to help them, feel better about dating? Is it going to give them more energy? So you need to be more specific on the why in that aspect. And then another thing that I have in mind is turning worry into prayer, because I'm looking for those women who are worried like I am. So it's people that, like Erin said, you're talking to your past self, or for me, sometimes my current self. I'm a big worrier. And I've been really trying to focus on my faith to help me through those worries so I'm not worrying. And I want to reach out to people who are like-minded like that and are also interested in doing groups based on faith and weight loss. So why would they want to turn their worry into prayer? Well, I think that's a good piece of it, because obviously no one wants to worry. They would rather be prayerful and have a sense of clarity with that. What else, Erin? I think my main point with all of you is I want you to keep digging and saying, but why? And once you can't say but why anymore, I think you're at a really good place with your niche and who you're helping, where you're like, well, this is why.
Yeah, and I think, I think the big reason why it's so important is because you guys, I think a lot of you ask us a lot of times, like, I don't know what to post, or I don't know how to content. And like, this is the way to figure out what you can post, because it makes it easier. You not feel like you're just trying to, like I said earlier, speak to everyone. You know what this person is struggling with. Like we said, it's probably you in the past, and so it just makes your life easier. That's why it's so important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's how I got to the college weight, because I was like, I want to help people helping people. Like I'm just trying to figure out, I want to help people who, like, I'm a counselor, who are constantly doing so much for other people but not enough for themselves. And I dug in deeper, like, but why? What specific thing have I been through? And I was like, well, when I went to grad school, I worked at a bar and I ate a lot of bar food. And so I could even go the route of, from bar food to barbells. That's not quite my style, but if that would fit for you. And that's the other thing, just because that's what happened with me, right? Like, I went from eating bar food, working at a bar, to lifting weights. That doesn't mean that I have to use that niche. I hope that doesn't confuse anybody, but you need to do what feels right. If it's not, like I said, for me, I need that spiritual side in there, or I don't feel like I'm doing my services justice. And as Beachbody coaches, again, we've talked about this, it seems, right, when you become something like this, it seems like everyone and their brother's beach body coach. You're like, well, crap. But no, you don't even have to be intimidated at all by other people who are coaches when you have your niche narrowed down like this, because whatever your niche is and whatever need you're filling and problem you're solving is going to be different, and it's going to be what makes you stand out to your customers, instead of just saying, come join my challenge group, because nobody wants to join a challenge group. And like, join my clean eating challenge. Well, I truly, like, I like eating clean and I like how I feel, but I freaking love ice cream and pizza, and I could go on, right? So people aren't like knocking at your door to ask you to make them kale, unless it's me, because I'm really good at making kale. But they want to lose the weight. So, but why? Why do they want a clean eating challenge to lose weight? Why do they want to lose weight? And then go through the specific reasons from there.
Yeah, make it good titles that hit those paid and pleasure points. Cannot talk.
Yep. But it starts with knowing who you're talking to. And I wrote out my own personal story, which it was my avatar story, right? So that person that I'm speaking to, and that turned into me writing my life story. And I'm like, wow, I'm speaking to me. And it makes you realize you're not alone in this world either. There's a lot of people who have experienced and are experiencing the same troubles that you have.
Yeah, and you don't have to be that far, ahead of that person. You just need to be one step in front of them to help them. You don't have to have a massive transformation. You don't have to have all these crazy things in mind. You just need to know who you're serving and to be one step in front of them, so that way, you could help them not go through, what you've went through.
Yes. And I cannot tell you enough how important it is, because I hear so many people say, well, just let me lose some more weight and then I'll really get into coaching. No, don't do that. You're at a place right now where you're supposed to be, and you can help people based on where you're at. And you will likely be more personable to people and more appealing, because they feel like you're a real person and they don't look at you and think like, oh, I could never look like that or be like that.
Mm-hmm.
They can relate.
Oh, sure. Cool. I don't have anything else to you.
I don't think so. Go make your niche, man.
Go right.
Do it.
Woo. All right. Talk to you all later.